Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahanau Shanti Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Just a minute. Harihi Om. Yes, Hari Om. Am I audible to you? Yes. Hari Om. I am hearing some echo. Hari Om. Welcome on this Tapovan Jayanti to the new series of talks on how to succeed in our IAS exams. Keeping the goal clear is the topic for today. For today. Can anybody help me on what? There is an echo on my laptop. Stop noise on the speech. Where is? Okay. Am I still audible to you? Yes? Am I audible? Hari Om. Am I audible to you, please? Somebody can respond. Yes. May I begin? Okay. So today's topic is on keeping our goal clear. If I want to succeed in life, then my goal should be very clear. I should have a lot of commitment and faith. And the faith will come only when the object I desire is very dear to me. The object I desire, the goal I want to have, should be very should give me a lot of joy. Should give me something that I love. At the end of the day, the work I do, it should spark a lot of joy and a lot of love in me. Then that goal becomes a very joyous goal. And what is actually a goal? When I want to move from Puducherry and I go to Delhi, so the goal is I want to move from one point to another point, and I have to make my movement in that direction. I have to move from Puducherry to Chennai or Chennai to Delhi or whatever. If I leave that and I go from Puducherry to Tirunelveli, then I will be going very far away from my goal. So in this way, if my goal is to study for the IAS, aspire for the IAS exam, I should be very clear about what exactly I want. If I'm thinking I want to make money, I want to be very powerful, I want to be famous, then that is also a goal. But that goal, I will be able to achieve it. It will give me a very short-term joy. The money comes, somebody gets more money than me, then I will be sad. Somebody gets more power than me, then I will feel very depressed. Somebody is more famous than me, then I will feel very depressed. But there are some goals which nothing can shake us when we aspire for those goals. And that is what this series of talks is all about. It is happening under the auspices of Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services, Chennai, Puducherry Satellite Center, and I hope in the name of administrative civil services, these talks are happening. But these talks are applicable to all walks of life. Wherever we want to succeed, if we apply these principles, then we are going to experience success. Success is like, it is a very simple thing. Success gives us joy, success gives us happiness. So everybody likes success. When I write an exam, I want to pass in that exam. I want to clear that exam with flying colors. Then I achieve success. But for success to be successful at all times in our life goal should be very clear. If I am going very fast in a direction and I am going to the wrong goal, then I may be very doing the right things and doing excellently well in my life, but I may reach very fast to the wrong goal. So it is very important to keep our goal clear. And what is success? Success, I as an individual, success is a thought, a feeling, a desire in me. And at the moment, the desire, thought, and feeling is far away from me. When I as an individual is moving, either I can move towards my goal and achieve that success, and the success and me becomes one, the thought and the desire becomes one. Or I can stay here and I can do all kinds of practices and make the goal come towards me, and that will also be finally success. Or I can move a little forward and I can allow success to come forward and we can meet halfway, then also it is successful. But for success to happen, three things are required. One is what I think. I should have a very clear thought. And what I feel, I should feel very passionately for what I think. If I think something wrong, if I think without any previous thought, without any intention, I think something that is not required for me, that will not give me joy, and I put all my passion and energy, then what will happen? What I think will actually manifest. But when it manifests, it is not going to give me the same joy that I expected it to give. So the thinking and the feeling should be very integrated, and the thinking and feeling should be based on what is good for me, what is good for the society, what is good for people at large. Especially services like civil services, administrative services, it can be at any level, we can be employed in the government service. But ultimately, it is only service and it is not a job. A job is something that you work and you earn money, you get money, you pay for your bills every month, you eat whatever you can with that money, you enjoy whatever you can with that money, and at the end of the month, you come to the end of the circle, and the next month you have to begin again. But a service is something, when the more and more you give yourself in service, the more and more your joy expands. And ultimately, when you think at the end of your career, how much joyful I have become, it becomes almost like an ocean of joy. It is very limitless. So that much joy the civil services can give us. So I said first, there are 3 points to success. One is thinking the right thoughts. What is it that I want? Then putting my feelings. Feelings is like the thought can be like the car and the ignition is starting. The feeling is the petrol that is there in the car. Only when the petrol is there, the ignition will function and the car will move forward. Feeling is a petrol. I should really love the thought towards which I'm working. And this is the secret of success of studies also. I should love what I'm studying. I should think about what I'm studying, and I should put all my love and energy into that thought of which I'm studying. And then automatically, just like how if I want to cook something in the kitchen, I have all the ingredients ready. I know what to do. I put all the ingredients together in the right quantity and cook it in the fire for the right period of time. And ultimately, what is going to come out is only a successful dish at the end. In the same way, whether it's civil services or anything that we want to try, the formulas are already given to us in our Bhagavad Gita. It is there in the Yoga Sutras. It is there in many texts on New Age literature. It is there. Many great saints and Mahatmas have given us the thoughts for success. And if we apply those formulas in our life, we are going to succeed. So the first point is live by dharma. Dharma means doing good, being good. We are here to work in this world where for all unnecessary reasons. We don't need to work in this world because before even we came, this world is a beautiful place. This whole creation is very beautiful. So, what we can do should be only in a position to enhance this creation, enhance the quality of water, enhance the quality of soil, enhance the richness of the soil, enhance the quality of air, and enhance the quality of what the universe can give us in terms of earth, water, fire, air, and space. The universe has given us an abundance. We can use that and return to the universe the best of our products, is what the services is all about. And so, the next point after focusing on the goal and putting our thought and feelings in it, the third is focus on what I want. We always have the habit of complaining or cribbing. We not, even though we may think a lot about it, we commonly do it. So as students, what do? We focus on, I do not know how I'm going to study for the IAS exam. I think it is only for others and it is not for me. I think I will not be able to clear it. I think I will not be able to make it. These are the thoughts that we put into it. And because we naturally give all our energy into our thoughts, these thoughts get magnified in our life. So, focusing on the right thought. What is the right thought? I wish to study for the civil services. I wish to study and appear for the government service exams. I want to serve the government. And I given my dedication and devotion with the help of everybody, with the help of all the support systems, I will succeed. And I know I am going to succeed. With this thought, day in and day out, we give our inputs every day, then surely we are going to win. There is no doubt about it. Like the dish we prepared in the kitchen with all the ingredients in the right proportion and the right quantity, the dish is going to come out well. In the same way, if all these ingredients, these formulas are added into our work, the final product is going to be good and that is going to be success. So think right, have passion for what you think, put passion into your thought. That is the fuel, that is the petrol. The third is focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Even if I want to be very healthy in this pandemic, I want to be very healthy and happy and safe, I should focus on health. I should not focus on how much of disease is all around, how much people are suffering, what is the cost of the treatment, and all those things should not be my focus. So, we will just go into two important verses from the Bhagavad Gita, which gives us the direction of how we should do work. The first 6 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita specifically talk about work. It is called Karma Yoga, and how we can achieve success in our life in whatever we do. Because ultimately, we are all here to experience happiness within, and we are all here to make others happy and live in a joyful world. Nobody is born here, to have misery, to have poverty, and all that. And we can have all the abundance and all the happiness and all the joy if we want, if we put in our effort in the right direction. So, what does the Bhagavad Gita say? It gives us two main verses. One is, I'm not going to go into these verses now, but it says, I have authority only over action. So, what is the action a civil servant aspirant is going to have? The action that the civil servant aspirant is going to have is to study for the exams. So, we have to be very focused in that. I have authority only over the action. I do not have any control or authority over the result of the action. What is the result of the action? I am going to be successful in the exams. I am going to clear my prelims. I am going to clear my mains successfully. I am going to clear the interview successfully. The results of the action are dependent on many, many factors. The factors that include me and that include the whole society and the whole world. Everything from what the interviewer or the examiner had, what experience that examiner had that day, to anything else that can happen on a day-to-day basis in our lives. So the result is not in our control. So what is not in our control, it is not a wise thing to waste our time on that. So I have authority only over action, my field of action, which means my books, my studies, my preparation, my daily discipline, and what I'm going to do, and my state of mind, how cheerful I am, how I am progressing on a day-to-day basis. I do not have any authority over the results. So if I don't have authority over the results of the action, then does it mean that I can simply give up everything and relax? Okay, first session I attended for how to succeed in the civil service exams. And now you say that I don't have any control over the results. So does it mean that I'm doomed to failure? No. I have authority. That is why our thought and feelings are very important. Thought, feeling, and focus on what I want is very important. So when I have the authority over the action, I don't have any authority over the results. So at the same time, let me not be focused, attached to the action. Attached to the result means imagining now when I have to study, when I have to focus on my studies, imagining that I am becoming an IAS officer. I am being posted here. I'm meeting the minister. I'm meeting the prime minister. And I'm talking. There was a student I was talking to once, some years ago. He was a college student. And he told me, I'm preparing for the civil services exams. What are you doing? I said, I'm preparing for the civil services exams. But I was just wondering, as a college student, the focus should be I am preparing for my college exams. The civil services exams will come secondary. It may be true that you are preparing, but the primary focus is college exams because the civil services you can take only when you clear the college exams. So, keeping our focus very clear in front of us and being very true to our goal. The goal is I am writing the college exam, I write the college exam. I am cultivating my thoughts and my the focus on preparing for the civil service exam will come later after I get my degree. We are going to write the exam. So, if what is it that I want to achieve? That goal, it can be made very simple for us. So when we think that I want to become an IAS officer or I want to become an IPS officer, I want to be in the Indian Forest Service or I want to be in the Indian Forest Service or I want to be in any other services in the country, any particular service that I want to be. Instead of thinking like that, we have to focus on our own strengths and then come down to the point. Let our thoughts about what I really want to do boil down to the point that what do I truly want to do. By becoming an IAS officer or an IPS officer or an IFS officer or a forest service officer, what is it that I'm going to do? As a forest service officer, I'm going to serve the plants and trees and forests and the wild animals, the endangered species, and all the people who are living benefited by the forest. As an administrative officer, I am going to serve the people in the country. I am going to serve the people in my city. I am going to serve the people in my jurisdiction. So the service is the motto. When the service is the goal for which I am working towards, I am not working towards the goal of becoming an IAS officer, but I am working towards the goal of making myself a fit candidate for being able to serve people. The whole study system, the education system, and the examination system, and the interview system is not based on how much knowledge I have. It's not based on how much I know about general affairs or current affairs or how much I know about whatever subject I'm writing, but how much of feeling I have, how much of feeling I'm able to put into my work, how much of dedication I'm able to put into my work. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to serve. And how to serve, that is where the Bhagavad Gita comes into our picture. How to serve is I have jurisdiction only over the authority of what I am going to do, my action. I don't have any jurisdiction or control over the results of the action. There are many training academies which have this motto of yoga karma sukaushalam and yoga sthak kuru karmani. Yoga karma sukaushalam means skill in action is yoga. If I take a cycle, if I want to ride a cycle, I have to be centered. I have to put the right leg on the right pedal, the left leg on the left pedal, and I have to be very integrated and focused and concentrate on pushing the cycle forward by pressing the pedal. If I am thinking about something and I am doing something else, then the cycle, instead of moving forward, will move sideways and push me down. So if we want to move ahead in life in the right direction, I have to be focused on what I do, on the process of what I am doing. The next is yogastha kuru karmani. Be in yoga and do your actions. Very important two lines. These two are the mottos of many management organizations in India. Yogastha kuru karmani and yoga karmasu kaushalam. You can Google both and check how many organizations in India. These are all quiz questions or general knowledge questions. The mottos of different organizations taken from the Bhagavad Gita. IIT Madras, for example, Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja. All success happens because of yoga, Siddhi. Through actions, through the right actions, we achieve success. So, if we want to be happy in life, and whatever work we are trying to do, we do it because we want to be happy. Why do I study for the IAS exam? Because I want to pass the IAS exam. Why do I want to pass the IAS exam? I will go and serve in the government. I will be posted somewhere and I will interact with people and I will do work. Why do I want to do work? I want people to succeed. Why do I want people to succeed and be happy in their lives? Because if other people are happy, I am happy. So we are all working towards happiness. There are a few people in this world like Swami Chinmaya or Swami Tapovan Maharaj. Tapovan Maharaj, today is his Jayanti, the Guru of Swami Chinmaya. Today is his Aradhana day. And there is the Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi. There are many saints and sages who don't need to work to be happy because they know that they are the nature of happiness and they are very happy as things are, as everything is. They don't need to do something. They don't need a particular situation. They don't need a particular object or a particular position or a particular person to be around in their life to be happy. But all of us, the majority of us in this world, we need something or the other to be happy. Some people get happiness out of certain kinds of foods. Some people get happiness out of certain kinds of people. Some people get happiness out of certain kinds of situations. We get our happiness by wanting to study and pass the exams and then successfully clear the exams. So, if I realize that I want to be happy through this, I have to focus on this and succeed in it. So, what is success finally? Success is unity of thought and feeling. It creates success. Wherever we go as aspirants of civil services, we choose the path of action to unite our thoughts and feelings, achieve success, and through that, experience happiness and fulfillment. The civil services is a great path in life. As Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda ji says, he has given in the pledge, the Chinmaya Mission pledge. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is a devotion to the Supreme Self. What is service? When I serve people, when I serve others, when I just make somebody happy, I get happiness out of it. And when I get happy, I know the Lord of Lords, the God is happy. When I love people, who are all living in this country without fear or favor, then I love God. So service and love to the people is service and love to God. Activity is the insignia of life. Swami Vivekananda said, strength is life, weakness is death. So if we are active, we are dynamic, and active and dynamic in the right direction, then we will achieve success in life. So when once Swami Chinmayananda ji, when he was Balakrishnan Menon, he was a student of law. He in Banaras, Lucknow, he went to a great lawyer, a very famous lawyer called Mr. Sapru, and he asked him, I just want to know what is the secret of success. So Mr. Sapru said, live like a hermit, work like a horse. So simple as that. If I want to succeed in life as a civil servant, my life, there are no two ways about it. If I want education, if I want knowledge, then I should give up my desire for comforts. I should give up my desire to spend my time in wasteful ways, to keep my place in a disheveled way, to be indisciplined in my life. If I want to succeed, then I have to give up all these things. So live like a hermit, be simple in our thoughts, words, and actions, and work like a horse, work very hard. Swami Chinmayananda himself. So I would every talk of this, I would suggest a book for the week. This book for the week is a very beautiful book by Swami Chinmayananda. It is called Kindle Live. It is available in all our Chinmaya mission centers anywhere. So Kindle Live is all about how I can focus on myself and improve myself in life. So what is the secret of life? How do I succeed? So when it comes to the secret of action, Swamiji, Gurudev talks about the civil services only, and I would like to quote a couple of paragraphs. He says, nowadays, under the modern system of education, when a young man comes out of the university, there seems to be this misconception in him that higher the standard of living, the less should a man work in the world outside. So we want a very high standard of living, and we don't want to do work. We want to do less work but have a higher standard of living. Thus, mathematically, higher the standard of living, according to this misconceived notion, the less the work, and ultimately, what would be the highest standard of living? No work at all. So, we see people, even in our offices and workplaces, when there are two people working, one person works less and gets the same salary, and the other person works really very hard and gets the same salary. There is a lot of there's a lot of heart pain involved in that. But Swamiji says, don't go by those examples. Don't go by those misconceptions. So no work, maximum recreation, all sensual enjoyment, living 365 days in holidays. This is the highest standard of living. This seems to be the conception of our youngsters today when they enter into the field of action. There seems to be an unhealthy competition today among the workers. I have been mixing with the secretariat workers all over the country, and I have noted that among themselves, there is almost a competition like this. This is a very humorous description. How much did you work today? 3 letters. 3 letters you did? I did only 1 letter. Thus, the former decides that if the if the latter had done 1 letter, Dekho, see, tomorrow I will not do even one. Thus, there is a competition in the wrong direction today because of this false notion. I give my proprietor, if it's a civil servant, I give my government the minimum and eke out the maximum from them. The reason for this kind of the reason for this kind of attitude also, Gurudev points out very beautifully. This is nothing but a reaction. What is a reaction to? This attitude is a reaction to when the foreigner was in the country under the medieval economic setup of this country, the kings, landlords, and proprietors, few in numbers, learned the art of squeezing the maximum out of ordinary people and arrogated all to themselves. Now, therefore, we find this reaction in the society that the average man or middle class man wants to get everything from the rich or the government without returning anything to the government or to the proprietor. This is a natural social incident which happens inevitably in the context of our history, emerging from slavery to freedom. But this is not the path we should follow. If I want to succeed in the civil services, I have to have a commitment to win in the exams, win in serving the people, commit to win, and win you will. So we will continue to, the registrations are on for the Civil Services, Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services, the exams, training courses in Puducherry Chinmaya Surya Center. The details and even the synopsis of today's talk are in the description box and the phone numbers. Those who are interested may contact, and please avail of this lovely, wonderful opportunity to participate in the civil services and grow in seva, grow in service. Commit to win, and win you will. Hari Om. Thank you.